You know what surprises me the most? How many anglers do not do their own oil changes. I called my local Mercury dealer here in Windsor. $300 for the basic 100-hour service. $300. I'm going to show you how to change your own oil on your own outboard and save yourself thousands of dollars in the end. You're going to want to lower your motor, put it in a vertical position. Then I'm going to remove the cowl. Everything you really need to know is right here in your maintenance manual. If you do not have your manual or you lose it, no fear. Pop the cowl like I just did right here. This is your maintenance schedule. Everything from inspection, the oil type, the filter, the gas, spark plug, gap setting. And if you got a QR code, you can probably scan this here with your phone and you'll probably be given some videos. I haven't done that yet, but nice little feature that Mercury has done here. This model here is a 115/2020 Mercury Outboard. 4-stroke. So some of the basic things that you are definitely going to need, you're going to need oil. This model takes 5.2 liters, I believe it is. I'm going to be changing the oil and I'm going to be changing the lower gear lube. So, and I think that's under 1 quart, just under a quart. So I've got 2 here. Always buy an extra one just in case. Also, I recommend you change the bore sleeve rings, the plastic rings. I'll talk a little bit more about them and the models that have them when we get there. If you buy the maintenance kit, which is cheaper in the long run, you could buy these maintenance kits and they have everything that you need for your 100-hour or 300-hour services. They'll also include a low pressure fuel filter, which I'm not going to actually be changing today. But more importantly, change these out. These are your washers, your seals for your lower gear. You've got your fill and vent holes. For a couple dollars or cents, make sure you get a couple of these. A couple extra doesn't hurt either. This vessel view that I have hooked up with this motor that is linked through the Mercury app to my phone is worth every penny. Let me show you. I'm telling you, technology really is something else. This here is the transmitter for my vessel view mounted to my motor. I'm not sure you can see this in the bright sun, but give it a whirl here. Skip for now. There we go. Right from day one, this will keep track of my hours. Here you can see I'm at 120 hours on this engine here. The beautiful thing is it also gives me my faults and codes. It also gives me a maintenance schedule. Here we're going to be performing the 100-hour. So as you can see, we're going to be doing the oil replacement and the gear case lube. This thing is worth every penny. So the first thing I want to do is I want to drain the lower gear lube. I don't know why Mercury changed it, but they certainly have. On my old 2015, my drain plug was here on the side of the housing, and up here, I can't feel it, but there should be a vent hole. Why they did this, I don't know, but they must have their reasons. They have relocated that drain and put it behind the prop. So I have to remove the prop to access that drain plug. No big deal, it's just an extra step. So I'm going to bend back these tabs here. There we go. Come on, mama. Like that. Put a block of wood between the blade and the anti-cavitation plate and loosen. And there you can see it. There's my drain plug for the lower gear. There have been some reports of performance loss. People have been experiencing surging from the engine, RPMs going up and down, and certainly feeling the performance as they're cruising along. That is strictly due because of this ring right here. Somehow the ring has become broken or the tabs broke off and it became loose. I recommend each time you take off your prop, spend the $5, get a prop bore sleeve, and pop it in there. And the reason why that's there is it makes a seal and it keeps the exhaust from going around the blades and causing you performance issues, and it keeps it contained where it's supposed to come from. I just simply remove this plug right here and allow it to drain. And then just loosen up this vent here. And as you can see, she's starting to drain. And you're going to want to look at your oil as it's draining to see if there's any metallic pieces and chunks. That right there looks really, really good. Your oil drain plug is located right here. Just simply secure a 1/2-inch drain hose to it like that. Put the end in where you're going to drain your oil into and give it a little loosen. Do not, I repeat, do not over loosen this. 1.5 turns maximum. Now I know that the manual says 2.5 turns, but I'm telling you 1.5 turns is all that it needs to get it to flow. That is all that you need. If you loosen it too much or remove it by accident, you are going to break the seal that's in there. And then you're going to have to take your motor in. Now I can remove this dipstick and get that out of the way. And I'm going to loosen my oil filter here, but it's a little tight. So I grab my channel locks. Oh, come on, Mama. Give it a little twist. There you go. Break that seal. And we'll clean that up a little bit. Wipe. And we'll grab our new filter here. And we're going to add, oh, come here, a little bit of oil around to the gasket, just like that. And we're going to put the new filter on. Just like that, hand tight. And then another 1/4 turn. Now that the oil is done draining, we are going to tighten the valve back up. Move the hose. And don't forget to put your dipstick back in. So this is where we're going to put the new oil in. So like I said earlier, this model takes 5.2 liters, so which is quite a bit, and I got 2 jugs here. So, and I like to use the Mercury 4-stroke oil. And I can just come over here, double check everything, and we should be in the mid-range, and we actually are. We are perfect. And one more thing we got to do is we got to replace the lower gear unit oil. And I have a pump to do that. So set that aside. Attach this. And we're simply going to just pump it. And we're going to watch for it to come out the side hole here. And then we know we're full. And there we go. Now we've got it coming out. I'm going to flush it just a little bit. And then now I'm going to take my plug with the new washer and put that in there. And you're going to want to do that before you disconnect this, because of the vacuum seal. And you'll have a little bit of time to get yourself set up and get the other plug in. Just like that. We'll wipe it up. And then we just got to put the prop back on. And for that, I'm going to tilt it because it'll be a lot easier standing up than kneeling here on the ground. Now, how easy was that? Now we just got to put a new bore sleeve on. There we go, just like that. So we're going to put the prop back together. It's always good to check to make sure you don't have any fishing line that got caught around the shaft here. And we are going to put some marine grease here on the shaft. That'll slick some things up just the way she likes it. We'll line everything up just like that. Perfect. And now I just got to put this locking washer and nut back on like so. and just bend these tabs back. Let's see. Like that. Bend those tabs right back up, and that keeps the washer, the nut from backing off when you're in reverse. Now, if I was required to replace the low pressure fuel line filter, I would do it right here below the dipstick and the oil filter itself. You would just depress this red button, pop off that end. Same thing with this end, and just put the new one in there. You're also going to want to come in here with a mini grease gun and touch each one of these little nipples with some grease. There's about 3 or 4 of them, and believe me, she is going to love it. Seriously, how simple was that? You could save yourself hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over a period of time just by servicing your own engine. Now all I got to do is input this information into the app, and that way I've got a history of what's going on with this engine. Until next time, guys, tight lines and bobbers down.